Well, today the extra job is going to work, and once again number 6 is doing the chores. This job goes down to Highland Park and switches Industries down there, but they also switch Firestone. Firestone cars go on the head end. They get set out at Firestone on the way to Highland Park, and then when they're done at Highland Park, come back, then they stop, switch the plant, and then come back to the yard, and the yard switches the train out. So we have several cars for Firestone today in the train, and then there's 5 cars for Highland Park area. So it's going to be a busy day for this crew. And that 284, that car goes into number 2 track at Firestone. Now these are all Highland Park cars on the rear end. And caboose number 11, that's assigned to the job. Okay, this is the paperwork for the extra job, and very similar for the local. You look at this, and you get the car number, initial and car number, and then switch from the yard to this first car in the train goes to Carbon Coal. This car goes to Sinclair. This car goes to Carbon Coal. This one goes to Consumer Supply and Consolidated Supply. And then we have over here, these are the track numbers for Highland Park. And then over here, the note tells you to spot the GN 731 at the unloader. And then down here for Consolidated, spot at door 1. They want that car spotted at door 1 at Consolidated. So that's your train out of the yard. And then when you get down to Highland Park, this car here is at Sinclair, and it has to be picked up or pulled, but it goes to the Milwaukee Road at Granger. So here's a note to put that car to 111, which is the runaround at Highland Park. That's for the local to pick up in the morning. Then this car is at Mars Oil. It gets pulled, and it'll come back with the crew, and that goes to the CNNW. And this car also will come back with the crew, and it goes to the Fort Dodge line. This car is a Chicago Great Western car, and it will go back to the Chicago Great Western transfer. And then these are just the tracks in the yard that you can switch them to. I use 2-track basically for all the Chicago Great Western cars. 6-track, we use that for holding the Fort Dodge cars until the job pulls the night job pulls the Fort Dodge transfer, and then all the cars that are on 6-track that go to they go to the Fort Dodge, and so then they'll be put to the Fort Dodge line transfer. So that's our paperwork for the extra job. We'll look at some other paperwork a little later. Well, now we see the train cross over 2nd Avenue, and they'll be stopping to set out the head 2 cars or switch the head 2 cars into number 1 track at Firestone before they put the cars into Firestone, and then they'll just set them out and then head for Highland Park. But they have to switch 1 track first. And we catch up with them as they're coming into Highland Park area. We've got a little work to do here at Sinclair and Carbon Coal. And the conductor wants to go in and grab the empty tank out of Sinclair first, get it out of the way. Then they can do their setouts a lot easier. Stubborn joint. Okay, now they'll go back to the train. Grab the first 3 cars on the train and go spot up. They'll pull the train up so they don't have to walk so far. So they'll set this Great Northern over to the Carbon Coal track, and then go spot the tank at Sinclair, and then come back to Carbon Coal and go spot it, and that's good. Back them up. Kind of tight quarters for getting in there and giving hand signals. And bring them ahead. One to a spot. Half. Easy. That's good. Cuts made, back them up. And that's good. Okay, we're lined up. Bring them ahead. One to a joint. Easy. And that's good. Alright, bring them ahead. We'll go first spot. 2 cars. 1 now. And that's good. Cuts made, brakes are tied, back them up. Okay, we're lined up. Back to the train. 2 cars. And 1 now. Easy. That's good. Stretch them. That's good. Going in for the air. Brakes released. Take them on out. Our next stop would be Mars Oil, but we're not going to be able to get over there to watch them switch.